What's up, guys? My name is Austin Wilson, and I'm the manager over at the Sack Store, and we're going to talk about surf perch fishing today. You can do this from, way down south from Santa Cruz, Monterey, all the way up into Crescent City, way up north. Pretty much you can use the same stuff. You can use, my favorite thing for anywhere surf perch fishing is the Gulp sandworm. I absolutely love this thing. It works wonders, and it stays on the hook very well. And a lot of times I'm throwing it on a Carolina rig, roughly 2 to 3 foot leader, from a 1 ounce to about a 2 ounce weight. It depends on the surf. So if you have the swells are pretty rough, the waves are pretty rough, you want that heavier weight. And a lot of times I'm walking down the beach, I'm covering water, and I'm just throwing it right on the edge of the surf, right on that foam line. A lot of times that's where the surf perch are. You got the sand crabs that are coming, in and out of the sand in that one every time a wave hits the beach, and those fish stay in that foam line because it's where that's where the food's at, and two, it's protection because there's seals, and stripers that swim on the outside of that surf line. So it's easier for them to get into that surf and kind of hide. But yeah, the sandworm, this is a 6-inch model. They also have it in a 2-inch model. Either one works really well. I kind of like the 6-inch just because I get a lot more baits. I just cut them down into about 2-inch segments, and each worm I can get, roughly 3 baits off each worm. And like I said, the Carolina rig is the setup I'm using. I'm firing out there, and it's pretty quick. If they're there, they're going to eat it. I'll let it sit on the bottom roughly a minute to about a minute and a half. If I don't get bit, I'm reeling up, going to the next spot. And a lot of times what I'm looking for is rip tides. So you'll have the surf, and then you'll see this big, where it seems like the foam goes way out. And so that's the rip tide. So that current in the ocean is sucking water out into the ocean. And a lot of times it's creating more food. And so the surf perch will stay around those rip tides. So that's kind of what I'm looking for when I'm walking down the beach and looking for these areas that I like to fish for surf perch. Another bait I really like is the Lucky Craft MS Minnow. It's a great bait to cover water with. You're firing out there and winding it back. You're popping it, trying to cover a lot of water. And it's a great bait because it has 3 hooks on it, and so they come up and swipe at it. They get hooked. And doing the same thing, covering a lot of water, looking for those rip tides, and just walking down the beach. Another thing that's really good is, especially if you're down south like Monterey, Santa Cruz area, Pacifica, like the stripers, you can catch a striper on the same setup as on this MS Minnow. But it's kind of fun when you have a light setup. I'm using a 9-foot Saltus rod. I'm using 30-pound braid to like a 10 or 15-pound leader. So when I hook a striper, it's fun. They're stripping off a lot of line. They're fun to fight. But yeah, both these baits are really good. So you can always check us out. Check them out at Fisherman's Warehouse. Come to any location, Manteca, Fairfield, or Sacramento. We should have them all stocked up. So come talk to me or any one of us.